So for those of you who are just getting started, now, man, the world of free traffic, organic, it's just different than even 10 years ago. It's so much, there's so much of it, and it costs you nothing. And the person comes in, they know you better, like you more, trust you more, they have a better connection to you. And that's where I said the psychological side of this comes in.
This is The Fighting Entrepreneur, the podcast dedicated to entrepreneurs looking to change the world. Learn how to start, build, and scale a business in today's highly competitive business environment. Here's your host, The Fighting Entrepreneur, Anik Singal.
What's up, you crazy fighting entrepreneurs? Guess who it is? Your favorite person in the whole wide world, Anik Singal, back with another episode. And today is a solo episode. I haven't done one of these in a long time. And I wanted to kind of have like a real interesting heart-to-heart chat with you. I wanted to talk to you about some of the stuff going on in my life when it comes to business and traffic and some of my thoughts. I've been kind of in the dungeon for a few months now, and I'm seeing some trends, and I'm probably late to the party, but I'm still ahead of a lot of other people. So I wanted to get them out in front of everybody today. And I want to talk a little bit about some decisions that I've made and what my key focuses are for 2022 and where Lurn's key focus is for you for 2022. So first and foremost, I think I let the cat out of the bag in the title of it, right? Why am I more focused on free traffic in 2022 than ever before? So if anyone knows me and my marketing ideology, you know I love paid traffic. I absolutely love media buying. I just think it's a shortcut. I think it's easy. I would rather give someone $1 and get $2 back from them 1,000 times, 10,000 times, 1,000,000 times. So it's been a crutch for me though. I love it so much. It's been so easy, quote unquote, that it's just, I haven't felt the need to do the other stuff that I know I should be doing, right? If you look at my Facebook page, I have over 1 million followers. Look at my YouTube, I have over 137,000 subscribers, which is decent for YouTube. I have Twitter, I don't know, I have 20,000 followers or something. Like I have these channels, I just don't do anything with them. And whatever little you see, to be very honest, is my team doing stuff. I mean, I don't do much. And forget about Google or free traffic or, I don't do anything with them. And it's like, man, we have a big brand. I have a good following. I have a good name. Like, why am I not doing? So it's just a matter of time, right? Like, I'm like, well, I get as much traffic as I want from Facebook and YouTube ads. And those are really the only media buying we do. We don't really do much of anything else. Okay, we do a little bit of affiliate stuff, but all of our traffic comes from Facebook ads and YouTube ads. So some things have been starting to really disrupt that. And I've been kicking and screaming, right? I've been trying to not go away from the model. And I think over this last few months, I've realized, man, the blessing and the curse of having an online business is that it's constantly changing. The blessing is, well, it's constantly changing. It's fun, right? And there's constantly new amazing opportunities. The curse is, it's constantly changing. You got to be constantly adapting and learning and growing. And those who don't will die and wither. And it's so funny because at a psychological level, you can dissect why this change is happening. It's generational driven. It's as our Gen Z and millennials are getting to become the commanding population on the internet, it's changing. Well, they think different, they act different, they behave different. So it makes sense. So we'll get into all of that in a minute. But basically, here's the underlying thing that I have found. I still love paid traffic. I still love Facebook ads. I still love YouTube ads. And we actually have some amazing courses coming out on those topics in this year for Lurn Nation, because we need them. You need them. Like, they have to come out. Like Facebook especially, oh my God, it's completely changed. I mean, from May of last year to now, it's completely changed. So we're gonna let you know what we're doing, right? We've been surviving it. We've been thriving through it. But at the same time, I'm starting to now see that without this organic push, it's going to make my paid side a lot harder. And I'm probably leaving a couple million, if not more, a month of free money on the table, because the amount, think about this, right? Like on YouTube, I have some people that I follow that I listen to all their content and I love them to death, and they're not paying for me. I found them But I mean, I am devoted. When they say, go here, do this, look at that, check this out, the level of connection I have with them is so next level. So that's why you just saw me go through this campaign, right? Where I'm announcing the 100 days of YouTube. I'm in the middle of it right now. I got Anthony Morrison coaching me on it. You'll see, wait till you see what I'm doing with my YouTube channel. You're going to see the commitment. And it's not that time consuming. That's the best part. It's not going to take much time out of my schedule, but you're going to see actual fundamental moving of the needle. You're going to see subscriber base grow faster. You're going to see get free traffic that's coming in. And what's even more amazing is the more views I get on my YouTube, the more I can retarget them with ads. And now my ads become even more powerful. But what we're about to go into is the next season I'm going to make us go into. Right as we wind down the 100 days of YouTube, I'm going to wind right back up. I'm bringing on the world's, like, not the world's, but I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating, but at least in my life, my number one, the number one expert I know who will show me how to get free traffic from Google using SEO. And I actually, it's funny because before I'm filming this, I just filmed the podcast episode with him and I'm freaking blown away. It is so much easier. He said this before the podcast filming and I didn't believe him. And then when we got done filming, I'm like, oh my God, he's right. It's so much easier to do SEO and get free traffic and get rankings on Google today than it was even 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Everyone thinks it's harder, but it's actually easier. And that's the cool thing. We want to unveil that. We want to reveal that. We want to do workshops around that. We want you to see the potential. I get messages from students every day from all over the world that are like, listen, I just don't have it in me to do the paid traffic. And let's get mathematical. Why is it that paid traffic makes entering into the internet marketing world a little bit harder? Well, go back 3 years ago, I used to pay about $5 for a webinar registration. Springboard to today, I pay $15 to $20. And listen, please don't start with me. If you're one of those people that I paid $3, blah, 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 please shut up. Seriously, you're BS. I'm not believing you. And you're probably doing $100 a day spend. Don't even come. It's like one of my pet peeves. I hate seeing all of you on Facebook. Just be quiet. Okay? You're not paying $3 a lead on scale. You just aren't. In our company, we spend up to $1 million a month in advertising. So our numbers, and when I say my ad costs have gone up from $5 per lead to 15 to 20, anyone who spends on scale will confirm my math. Go ahead, check me out. And we're still making money. But it used to be that for a $5 spend, we would make $20. So man, we had so much room that, okay, your webinar could be a little bit worse. Your opt-in page could be a little bit worse. Your ad could be a little bit worse. It didn't matter, right? Because the profit margins are so high. But now, as the cost of advertising is getting up higher, and there are ways to get it down. Remember, my costs go up faster than yours will because I spend $1 million a month. So when we come up with our Facebook ads course, we're going to show you how to get those things down. But costs still generally have gone up, right? So now that margin of error starts to get smaller and smaller. Like your copy has to be better, your funnel has to be better, your numbers have to be better, your upsells have to be better. Otherwise, you might lose money. So those numbers are getting closer and closer, which is making it so that in order to do paid traffic at scale being the key, you just got to have all your other stuff down better, which we do, and that's fine, but it's like, right? It's a little limitation to scale. So for those of you who are just getting started, now, man, the world of free traffic, organic, it's just different than even 10 years ago. It's so much, there's so much of it, and it costs you nothing. And the person comes in, they know you better, like you more, trust you more, they have a better connection to you. And that's where I said the psychological side of this comes in. We've changed. Consumers have changed. The Z generation, or I don't know, whatever we call them, the millennials, we're connection driven. We grew up in a Web 2.0 environment. We grew up with connection. So brands, just because you do a good ad doesn't mean anything. We want to know who you are, what you are, who's the person behind you. Do we connect with them? Do we connect with your message? Do we resonate with you? And so you could do great ads, but that person is still going to go see content from you and go check out your social media handles to see if they resonate with you. So what I'm finding is now it's become more necessary than ever before that you gotta have the content game on. And content, I include Facebook posts, Twitter posts, YouTube videos, blog, podcast, whatever. You don't have to do all of it, but you gotta do some of it, right? So now it's becoming kind of like, I'm not saying either or. For me, it's gonna be both. I'm gonna make the two marry each other. But the podcast I wanted to make today was to let you know that you are going to see a fundamental shift in the way we do marketing at Lurn over the course of the next months to come, you're going to see a fundamental shift in what we're teaching you. So I'm in the middle of the YouTube training right now. You're going to see me shift, boom, right into Google and free traffic and SEO and blogging because it's important. We are already talking to a TikTok expert that I'm super pumped about because TikTok's a massive opportunity. And we're talking to other experts because there's other platforms out there. There's tons of free traffic in the world. I haven't been talking about it with you much because I haven't been doing it much. And you know me, I like to preach that what I'm doing. And now I am doing it. Now I'm telling you that paid traffic is amazing. I love it. But I think the days of doing it alone, like I have been, I think they're limited. I think they're disappearing. I think you got to do both. All right. I think you can just do organic social traffic. I think you can do just that. It takes time, it takes a few months to build up. And I think you can do just paid traffic, but there's a limitation. And I think you're going to hit a limitation. But if you can marry the two, you're going to rock it out. Okay, so upcoming in the next few episodes, the next few courses you see in Lurn Nation, you're going to see us really diving deep into this. And I just want you to know that every single thing you're seeing is not coming because, oh, this is the next thing we want to like sell to people. It's really, this is stuff I'm doing. This is the stuff I'm focused on. I'm learning and I want to put in front of you because this is just what I see as important right now. All right, so with that said, come on, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, do all that fun stuff. Thanks for subscribing to this podcast. Wherever you listen to us, make sure you subscribe, leave us a great review, tell other people about us. Get excited for the next episode because we're going to bring on someone who's making 120 grand a month from just one website, all with free traffic. It's insane. It's just insane. It's so cool. It's such a great podcast. I already filmed it, so I know it's awesome. All right, anikpodcast.com. LURN.com, so anikpodcast.com to listen to all of our past episodes, lurn.com to just join the entrepreneurial revolution, and of course, hit subscribe. This is Anik reminding you when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thanks for listening to The Fighting Entrepreneur with your host, Anik Singal.